All the frogs seeing wide, get a clear view. People coming with the tides like we church and pew. Haters putting them aside, yeah, I often do. Some claiming to be friends, but... What's going on, people? This is Inflewence, and I'm back with edition of Throwback Thursday. And this is G1 Soundwave. So this is a re-release of the G1 Soundwave. I don't know if it was official or if it was a KO. No, I think I got this. No, I think this is an official re-release, but this isn't the new one that is in Walmart right now with those that they're reissuing. So I'm doing him and I'm gonna do Laserbeak together, and I'm gonna compare them a little later with, in a little while. This isn't gonna take long, but I'm gonna compare him with the Masterpiece version of Soundwave and the Masterpiece version of Laserbeak. It's a future video could be had to compare the tapes with the Ocular Max versions of the tapes. If you're familiar with those, they're like more Masterpiece, bigger tapes, like in their actual size of actual cassette tapes. So that's in a future episode. I probably will compare, maybe not Laserbeak because I don't have Laserbeak, but Rumble and Frenzy I have. So I might compare them two in future episodes with the Masterpiece versions, the Ocular Max Masterpiece versions. Right now, I'm just comparing car. But okay, I'm losing myself. This is Laserbeak. And let me bring in a Masterpiece version of Laserbeak. So these are the comparisons. And it's actually, it's great to see the similarities of these, but this is just like a updated version. I do think they're too small. I don't know. Let me get Soundwave out of there for a minute. But, I mean, this is them in a nutshell. You can definitely see, when I first got Masterpiece Laserbeak, I didn't remember what G1 Laserbeak looked like. I couldn't remember because I didn't have him. So it kind of, I knew it was an update, but I didn't know how much. I don't have his guns. I don't know where they are, but I do know they stick on, and that's why they're lost. These are actually incorporated into the tape. And you can see the body is it's a little smaller. This is a little smaller than this, which is unusual for, usually Masterpiece are bigger than the original, but this is a tape. It had to cover more ground. It actually folds up. I'm gonna transform this. This will be off camera. I'll just bring it in to compare since the Throwback is actually this one. So this was very easy to transform. You can just do the legs. Just put the legs, put these in, these wings. Put this up, then the head. Let me see. Did I forget how to do this? Oh, just push it in. I'm thinking like the Masterpiece. And there you go. There's the tape. Has the rub symbol on it. G1 tape. Here's the Masterpiece of Laserbeak, and this is the original. So you see the reds are a little different. This is the G1, but they're about this. They're almost the same size. Yeah, just about the same size, same footprint, but they just transform much differently. This is more intricate, of course, and it's pretty cool. It's cool to see the updates, but it's also cool that they haven't strayed far from the original, and I kind of like that. But he was probably one of the greatest G1s because his articulation. He had a lot of articulation for that day and age. He had knees that could go, he could go this way, he couldn't go backwards, but he could sit down if he wanted to. A lot of robots couldn't do that. He had the elbow bend on lock at 90 degrees. He could spin his arm all the way around. There was some that couldn't do that. He even had the butterfly joint. So he could be out here like this, looking like he's doing crunches. I mean, looking like he's doing chest pulls. He could be out here. He had his gun was going, his head was everywhere. Some people had fixed heads. So his articulation was insane. Comparably, I should say. Had the little battery compartment back here where you kept everything if you needed to. You could keep all this stuff. I don't know if this stuff could go anywhere, but I know you could take this off and put it back here, like in here, and then this could go. So like it's a battery, so you can store this. But I never understood. I don't think you could store everything, but you can store this back here. It's like the batteries of the Walkman, which I think is pretty dope. It even has some storage for the weapons. Now if you got these things, you can't do much with them. Actually, you could put them in here if you're not gonna have the tapes in here, but probably you're gonna have the tapes in there. So we can take them out, and I'll show that as well to get that. Just put these fists up. You can use these. These worked, the old, and then I transformed the G1. But so let's bring in the Masterpiece. So the Masterpiece version, much higher, much more articulation. I still think this is one of the best Masterpiece they ever made. Still one of my favorite characters and figures. Now I know it's behind in the times, and possibly I may get to that as all of my old stuff. I might do a Throwback Thursday on this eventually. You know, I'm gonna do old figures, period. But I've just been on the G1 kick since I got a few G1 figures. But yeah, you can see it's holding Megatron. And yeah, this figure was just, it was a good figure. So let's get to this transformation of the G1 tape deck. Turn this around, put this in, wipe the dust off. Put it like that. Put this foot in. Put it up. This foot in. These figures were so easy and to transform. And there you go. You have the G1 Soundwave. Push the button. Thing came out. You actually store more than one in here. You can get him in here like this. You can get I think another one in there. But, and I'm not sure if it was always like that. That might have been with the reissue, where you can store more than one. Tell me what you think about the G1 if you've never seen it. If you have seen it, oh yeah, over here we got this. This was a kind of a figure ahead of its time. It had a lot of elements that wasn't on G1 figures at the time. I guess because maybe, I don't know if it was the alt mode that lent it to this, but yeah, that G1 Soundwave, there you go. Hope everybody's being safe out there. Please give me a like, thumbs up, and I'll get up with you in the next video.
Ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no, life ain't no. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want.